Good morning, afternoon. Good afternoon, I think. 'Cause I think it's noon. I'm eating some leftovers. What I call brown spaghetti, my nana called it, and some roast beef. Yummy. Hello. Hey, Rowan. Take some Tano. Oh. Go lie down. Oh, hi, Tammy. I just started a live stream, just to let you know. Here, give me your shoes. My oldest just came home. She hurt her elbow that she already fractured. So, oh, there you go. Give me your other boot. Go take some Tylenol and go lie down. You might not be able to, but you might make you feel better. So, how are you? Tammy, how's your day? Good, it rained. Oh, it's rained where you are? Here it's above zero. It's above freezing. I don't know what. Hey, Google, what's the temperature?
The temperature in Ottawa right now is 0 degrees.
So, it's just at freezing. But it's not supposed to rain today, at least. Well, it's always at that borderline. If it's above zero, it'll be rain. If it's below zero, it'll be snow. I think it's supposed to do that this weekend. I'm eating some leftovers. Oh, I need it hot. Yeah, it's not hot here. Well, we don't usually have spring until after March break. We'll partially see spring. End of March, beginning of April. But right now, we've had quite a warm week. And things are melting. We see some grass in places. I'm having leftover brown spaghetti and roast beef for lunch. I call brown spaghetti, it's regular spaghetti. You cook it up, and then you use the beef drippings like a gravy and mozzarella cheese, and you mix it together, kind of like poutine with pasta. And it's a side that my nana used to make when she made a roast beef. I did the roast beef in the Instant Pot. Yesterday it just falls apart. A whole roast from frozen. I put it for an hour pressure and let it come down naturally, and it just like falls apart. Well, I just put a cup and a half of water with onion soup mix to cook it in. I put just salt, pepper, garlic on it. What are you guys having for lunch? And this is my coffee from this morning that I grabbed before my doctor's appointment, which I got more stuff to do. More tests to do. The good thing about Canada is I don't have to pay for any of these tests. They're all free, covered under OHIP, Ontario Health Insurance Plan. That just seems to be like, I go, and then they're like, oh, we'll get some more tests. Go and get some more tests. probably because I hate going to the doctors, and I only went when I was really, really sick. Leftover lasagna, yum. I love lasagna. But when I make lasagna, there's usually not much left over. There might be left over for a lunch or two. But my family usually likes to eat it all. Hey, Art. And, oh, hello, Dragonfly. How's it going? Having my lunch. So, went to my doctor's this morning. If you saw my live stream, the doorbell rang, my bride came. But she hadn't had my results yet. Well, the mammogram place sent it, but they hadn't looked at it yet. So by my time appointment. So I got no results on that. But then I gave her a list of things that's fallen apart on me. So we talked about that and then did some questionnaire and all that stuff. And have more tests to do next week. And then I have made an appointment for a month from now, but they should call me back probably next week to come in to talk about the results from a mammogram. Or they'll tell me over the phone. Hopefully it's nothing serious. But fun, fun, fun. And now I have both kids home. It's noon. One was sick still from having the flu, fever-ish, and achies and headache. And the other one just re-banged her elbow on a wall and got her sling caught on a chair. So it like pulled. So she's in pain. And she's like, yeah, I can't do my work or whatever. I'm like, fine, come home. She got her stuff to do. It's Friday. What are you having for lunch, Dragonfly? And Tammy? Oh, what time is it for you, Dragonfly lady? It's, what time is it here? It's, let me see, where's my clock? Oh, my computer. It's 12 something. Okay, where is it? Right. Hey Google, what time is it?
12:14.
12:14. Okay. So you're an hour ahead. So is that, I mean behind. So is that Central Standard Time? Because I'm in Eastern Standard Time. Hi Josh, how's it going? Welcome back. Figured I'd pop in since my morning one was cut short because my ride was here. And do another little live stream and chit chat with people. I'm having my lunch, leftover roast beef and what I call brown spaghetti. I'm cleaning to do, but I'm feeling, me too. I have so much cleaning to do, and I don't like cleaning, so I'm avoiding it by doing live stream. It'll work, right? It'll just magically clean itself, right? I need to get Snow White's little birds and stuff to clean, or have the magical broom from Mickey Mouse's Sorcerer's Apprentice, or Mary Poppins' magical things cleaning up themselves. That's what I need. I hear ya. I completely hear ya. I'm dealing with a lot of stress and things I have no control over. So my head's not quite in the right place it should be. I have a headache to begin with, which is probably due to the stress and waiting for results and, dealing with a sick family. Now everybody, my husband's still not feeling great. He went to work yesterday and today. And my daughter's not feeling well. She's been at home now 3 days. My other daughter came home. And all just things. And then you throw in the normal, everyday cooking, cleaning, laundry, dealing with stuff in the house, dealing with appointments. Like, I've been putting off getting the furnace checked and cleaned, even though, because I'm like, I don't know when I'm going to have time available. Like, the past 2 weeks, I'm a stay-home mom. I haven't been home for a whole day the past 2 weeks. Well, I got more tests to do. They hadn't gotten the results. Well, they hadn't gotten the results back, or she hadn't seen the results, because I got more blood work, another blood work thingy that has, I think, like 10 or 12 things checked off there. And then I got another thing for ultrasound for my side. So I called and made an appointment for that. That I have to fast and have a full bladder for. So since I have to fast for my blood work, I'm going to try and do my blood work. They're only about 15 minutes walk between the two places. So I'll go to blood work first in the morning, get that done, and then go to my ultrasound and get that done. But I have to fast and have a full bladder for that one, so I don't know how that's gonna work. But we'll see. And then they hadn't gotten the results from the mammogram yet. But when I called the same place to make the ultrasound booking, they were like, well, we faxed it this morning at 8. So the office got it at 8. But by 10 o'clock appointment, the doctor hadn't seen it yet. So hopefully she will call me back tonight, or like when she's done. Like, I'm assuming that she's just going to get busy, and at some point the receptionist will put the results in the computer and she will check it, or they'll call me and hopefully say, oh, there's nothing, or, oh, come in next week or whatever, because I made an appointment again for a month from now. But I went in, I was prepared. I'm always usually, I forget, like I'm like a deer with headlights whenever I go to doctors of why I'm there. And I'm like, oh, well, this is achy and this is, not so great. It can only get better. Exactly. And the good thing about being in Canada is I have all these tests. I don't have to pay for anything. So that's the good part. So she can order all the tests she wants, and I want to make sure that I'm not, as it's like I think of myself like kind of like, this is the first time that I've had like my own family physician. So I used to go to a local clinic, and there was a rotation of doctors there, and my file was there, and they would look back, but there was not always the same ones, because there wasn't any local physicians taking on new patients, because there's not as many practices out there, right? And so this time is like the first time so trying to build a history of it. So she's like trying to make sure I'm all like a car, all finely tuned, like oil change, and new windshield washer fluid and tires rotated, and that's kind of how I'm seeing myself, as like a car that needs to be like finely tuned and making sure why things are not working as they should. So, but besides that, I try to be positive, but some days I have to go. I know I have way too many things going on in my head, and I think that was the other thing I was going to be talking to her about, because I'm like an adult with ADHD. Like, I have a counselor that I talk to about other stuff, and she's like, oh, you should talk to your doctor about meds that might be helpful, because I'm not on anything. I just take Tylenol and Advil and whatever antibiotics that I get prescribed if I'm actually sick. But again, I don't go to the doctors unless I'm like dead. I took my dog to the car wash. They have a separate dog wash bay. Okay, I'm like, did you put the dog on the roof and let the the bristles wash the dog? I'm sure the dog would have fun. Unsure if it's safe though. But you washed your own dog at the place? Well, see, that's the thing. It's like with stuff I can worry. Like I'm trying not to worry, and because there's nothing I can do about it, right? But I think deep down, like subconsciously, it's worrying me. That'd be easier, probably. Damn thing weighs 85 pounds. Is it like a golden retriever or shepherd or something? A mastiff. Ooh, those are big. Because yeah, my husband, um, he's blind and he's seen some mastiffs as guide dogs too. He doesn't have a guide dog, but I know the feeling of waiting for the test. I know, and I'm like, there's nothing I can do about it. He's the one in the picture. Okay, I'm gonna go look at the picture again. I remember there's a dog, and go and look. Oh, okay, there. Because it's really small on the chat. 2 MRIs. Yep. I haven't had those yet. That'll probably be the next around. My daughter has had a 2 CAT scans and an MRI. When we were trying to figure out the face pain. I don't, I don't want to have an MRI because that whole enclosed thing would have a bit of issues with small spaces. So they might have to like drug me or something. Exactly. Like so with that I had to hold my daughter's hand. This was 3 years ago? Wait. No. 4 years ago now. When she was 12. I had to hold her hand. And sit there with the noise. They gave me headphones. But it was like 45 minutes or an hour. And I don't know. And she was much smaller than me. I mean, I'd probably get stuck in there. Or I'd feel like I was stuck. Brother, okay. I think somebody would have to drug me. Because just thinking about that, I'm getting anxiety. I'm like that closed space. Like, I don't even like when we've done winter camping, putting like the sleeping bag over my head. Like the mummy type of sleeping bags. I hated that. And we went exploring locally at La Flèche Caves, which is like the bad caves. I didn't mind the big areas, but crawling through the small areas, which were about the size of a water slide hole, that was like scary. And even that, like I didn't used to have a problem with water slides, but now as an adult, like if they're closed, I have to, if it's a short one, I could do, but I've on purposely, when we've gone to the water parks and stuff, not done the long ones, because I'm like having like anxiety. And I'm like, yeah, this is not good. You shouldn't have to do this. I just got here, can't stay for long, have to record. Oh, I'm doing pretty good. All things considered, I'm having my lunch. So that's the good thing. That there was leftovers from supper last night that I get to eat. Yeah. Hi, Draw with Vector. How's it going? Hi, Finkel. Mystic Comics Production. We were just talking about medical treatments and how in Canada we don't have to pay for any of these things. Oh, I am going to support you, Finkel Mystic Comics Production. I wasn't. So now I am. Why is this? There we go. Not insurance for now. Yeah. I don't know how the insurance works in the States. Like, I know you pay a lot for insurance. Here in Ontario, if you have your health card, you can get your doctor prescribes tests or go to the hospital. You could be there for months. You don't have to pay nothing. Been to the hospital a lot over the last 2 years. Mine is free. Okay, that's good. Hello, Oreo Kid. Welcome back. Do I know you? Yeah, you were here this morning, Oreo. You silly boy. Do you know me? I'm having what my Nana calls brown spaghetti and roast beef for lunch. I made it last night for supper. The spaghetti is basically cooked spaghetti with the beef dripping slash gravy mixed with it and mozzarella cheese. Like poutine, but with pasta. Super yummy. And then the roast beef I did in the Instant Pot. There were some leftovers, so I'm having that for lunch. Not exactly healthy, but that's fine. Day so far. Well, I had my doctor's appointment. I got some. Well, she hadn't read the results yet, so that part wasn't, great. High H-top music. So she probably will call me back, or either today or maybe Monday. Hopefully she gets it read today, so I can not have to worry about stuff. And then I have. And then she gave me some more tests to do, so I got an ultrasound on my stomach. I had that pain on my side, and more blood work. So I got to do a whole bunch more blood work next week, and which again I hate needles. And then have to do the ultrasound thing with fasting and a full bladder. So that should be interesting how that's going to happen. But so I'm going to have like no coffee till afterwards. Just getting my whole kit and caboodle done at the doctor's, test results, which weren't quite in yet. Now I called the other place in because I had to make the other ultrasound. They had said they faxed them this morning at 8, but the doctor hadn't read them yet. So I'm going to see if I won. If I won on my roll to win. Please play again. How are you, H-Top? And thanks for the prayers, Dragonfly Lady. Yeah, I've now got both kids home. So, hopefully, it will be a resting weekend. I'm a whole different person when I can't have my morning. I know. Well, see, I tried to convince them yesterday what I was doing. Like I had yesterday, so I had two things of blood work that was supposed to be done. One I didn't have to fast for, and one I supposedly did. But when I had called them, they said no, I didn't have to fast. So I went yesterday before my mammogram. I could only do one, and I'm like, seriously. So now I have to fast for that one. Well, this one has all those tests plus some more. Before I even had to wait till 7 to get coffee in town. Don't you have a coffee maker? Because see me, I get up in the morning before my family usually gets moving, and I have a coffee at 6:30, and that's what makes me, like, sane. So next Thursday, oh, now I got a hiccup, I won't be having any coffee until 11. I had no food after midnight, which shouldn't be necessarily a problem, but I won't be very happy. And you never even got a coffee? Wow. How have you had a coffee since? Because I don't know. And when I'm up super early, like I can't sleep or whatever, if I haven't had a coffee, my brain literally doesn't work. I get like foggy brain. Like you could swear I'm probably all like Alzheimer's or something. But just like I need coffee, and then usually by about 2 or 3, I need another coffee because my brain gets like tired. But yeah, I live off coffee, which could be part of the problem. I mean, I gave up sugar in my coffee, but I won't give up cream in my coffee. I don't think I can ever give up coffee. Like, even when I'm sick, and I have a sore throat, I'll give up coffee and I'll try and just drink tea with honey and lemon. But I'm like, I need my coffee. My coffee is kind of like um, relaxing and like soul. Um, what's the word I'm looking for? Like you resting and stuff. Like, you're just like, calming. So I never got a coffee maker. Boxed them for too long to buy one. Bad memories. Oh, okay. Hi, Bob. How's it going? You could just get the cone filters, the cone plastic things, and put a filter in, and put coffee grinds in it. Feel free to share the love and support one another. I can't live without my coffee maker. I even bought like a French press when my coffee maker died, and I used it for like camping. But I don't like the French press. I like percolator, like regular coffee. Or espresso. I mean, espresso is nice too, but that just takes too long and it can be expensive. I have a friend who's allergic to caffeine. That she likes coffee, but she has to drink decaf. And she has to drink like decaf teas. And she's British, so like her being allergic to tea, she has to drink decaf. It's like, I'm like, oh, that's like sacrilegious. Cause I'm like, she has she has a teenager at home too. I'm like, yeah, I need coffee just to be human with my teenagers. How's everybody else doing? Don't forget to share the love. I noticed you're all over making good playlists. I think playlists really help your viewers, but not to make them. I try. So I try to make. Um. So what I found out, I'm reading on another blog. I can't have caffeine because it makes my panic attacks really bad. Yeah, I could see that as being a problem. Um, I read on somewhere that playlists help YouTube find things better. So if you have, like, I have to go back and make sure I put all my videos and stuff in my all videos playlist. And each time you put a video into a playlist, it's like as if you just produced a new video. So if you make multiple playlists, and put them in things like I have like all my videos, and then I'm gonna have like I had February videos, I had January videos. Then I had playlists of like Instant Pot videos or grocery haul videos or menu planning or canning. So my viewers tend to be very eclectic and like certain things from my channel that might not be interested in other things. So that way, if they are interested in grocery hauls, they could go and watch a grocery haul video and not really have to go search through other things. But each time they put a video in a playlist and add it to a playlist, or make a new playlist and add videos to it, it's like as if you just made it. So YouTube will see that as, oh, you're making more content, and will suggest your content more often than not. And the more that people watch your videos and the more that they comment on it, and the more that your videos are liked or disliked, because YouTube doesn't care if it's liked or disliked, as long as there's thumbs up or thumbs down, the more it recommends your stuff to other people. So that's how the analytics, the algorithm kind of works. So if you can take your old videos and make playlists, like say if you have fishing videos, you put them together. If you talk about like fishing lure, you have the videos in multiple playlists. Like most of my videos are usually in like about 6 or 7 playlists, and I try and put them lists so that everybody's kind of like together, and that way it can be seen by people. Also, make sure you're using tags. I have to go back on all my live streams and put tags in them and try and make better thumbnails. Those 3 things, making playlists, using tags, and making thumbnails, like better thumbnails, are what people will use. I'm terrible at yeah, but what I use TubeBuddy, and TubeBuddy, once you have a good description, it will suggest some, and you can use those, and then you can bounce off those, and you can explore. So you can take something and say, like Instant Pot, and I'll say Instant Pot recipes, Instant Pot recipes for dinner, or Instant Pot beef recipe, beef pot roast, or what, like whatever, and give suggestions. But yeah, making sure you use all your tags, because that's what Google will come up. So, for example, this weekend I'm going to be Googling videos of how to do live stream through like Hangouts and have multiple people in the same live stream. Well, coming up with videos, that's not so much the problem for me. Is like is editing them and putting them together and uploading them. That's my problem, because I have a whole bunch of videos done that I've recorded, but I just haven't had the time or the energy to edit them and do that. Yep. Make sure you share the love. I'm just going to check you out, Dragonfly. I just want to see what type of videos you do. Maybe I can help you, give you some ideas. you have a bunch of live streams. There. We have some good. We had some interesting medical videos, but they're quite short. But you could do more of your experience with things, or do some cooking. Because I'm sure that you eat, like, or a food review, or an unboxing. So if you get a new kitchen appliance, like I like to get an unboxing video, or a grocery haul, or a day in the life of, if you're a stay-at-home mom or a working mom. Yes, because of my medical issues. Well, you could do videos on your medical issues too, as people would probably enjoy enjoy them, or like enjoy that you're talking real about things. Like, I mean, that's why, like, early in my channel here, I was talking about what I was doing. I mean, I'm being as real as possible. I might not be perfect in that, but we all kind of do. We all kind of learn from one another. And if you share your experiences about, like, say if you're sharing your experiences, I don't know what medical issues you have, but say if you were sharing your experiences with a certain med that's been working with your medical issues, or something that didn't work, or if it was a diet or whatever, like some things, like, say if you're diabetic, you could have a specific menu that you try and work with that will help alleviate some of the symptoms. I love doing lives, but not many come to them. Yeah, that's the well, if so, what I've found with myself is having, like, my regular time is usually mornings. So mornings around 8:39. I do it like 2 or 3 times a week, and then Saturday mornings I do it around that time too. Because my family's not usually up, but the last 2 weeks they've been up, so I had to cut them short. I use my phone for my videos. They're not the best to try. So I use my phone for my live stream, and then I have another phone for my videos. It's a fairly cheap video camera. It's kind of like a GoPro, but it's not. It's a cheaper one, and I'm still figuring out how to edit that. So yeah, so if you are just limited with your phone of doing something from beginning to end and without editing, like without a whole bunch of clips, I don't know what type of, if you use a program or that, you might be limited on things to do. But you could do a planned one of, say, a discussion, like the collabs of the different, like, 30 things about me that you didn't know, or my top 5 takeout restaurants, or one of those challenges. Oh, bye, Bob. Have a great day. Hey, Josh Scratch. Man, your channel is very satisfying to people with OCD. Josh Scratchman, seeing the scratching or over revealing numbers. Some people OCD tics are similar. I, for example, am one that picks and scratches things. Oh, okay. Oh, no problem. Well, if you plan to do a regular live stream, pick a time that's good for you, and then just always kind of be on at that time, so that people like myself would get notified that you're on. I will go and make sure the bell is rung for you so that next time you're on, or or next time you say see me on or that, you can announce, oh, I'm going to be on live Saturday at 5 or whatever. If I'm available, I'll pop in. I mean, why is that? Okay, the bell worked. Okay, my thing didn't have the bell. It kept on giving me an error. Now it worked. So see, here. I like your picture of the dragonfly. Did you take that picture? But yeah, your bell is rung. Also, FYI, on your channel settings, I notice when you're on the home channel, it doesn't show your videos right away. Like if you look at my main page, I don't know how I did it, honestly. I think I just went through the settings and I somehow put my videos on my front page, on my home page. And then my most recent video is playing. Like it's right there, so it's easy to click. I can't remember where, it's in the settings somewhere. So, because on your front page, it just shows the channels you're subscribed to. But see, if my front page, it shows my some of my videos, and then what's currently playing right now, like my live. Woohoo! I'm at 898 subscribers. I've been at 893, 895 for like a week. I talked about having something like that on the FB group. Having a social media page to let. So, hi 50 Chickens in the Hen House, how's it going? Yeah, so I have on Facebook a Jen in Canada Facebook page, but it's not a group. And I post my videos there. I don't know how many people are actually following me there, but that way I don't necessarily clog up my actual Facebook. But when I make a video, it gets published also on Twitter, which I'm also Jen in Canada there. I'm Jen in Canada everywhere. Pinterest, Twitter, Facebook. Well, my own page is my actual name, but I don't have a group per se. 42 more until 400. Woohoo! Yay! 50 chickens in the hen house. Congrats. You're doing awesome. Everybody, make sure you're supporting and don't forget to give a thumbs up. I have like a tickle at the back of my throat. If you hear me like going, it's kind of like if it's dry, but it's like a little tickle like at the back of my neck here. But it's not a sore throat. It's just like right at the back where your throat like goes down to your neck. It's weird. My body's weird. It's falling apart. Speaking of which, I'm gonna go get coffee. I'll be right back because my coffee is cold, very, very, very cold. So I'm going to get the coffee and heat it up. I'll be right back. Hey Google, broadcast.
What's the message?
Hey Rowan, I put stuff in the microwave for you. It should be ready in a minute.
Okay, broadcasting now.
Yeah, you heard my oldest asking for food on the broadcast on Google. I'm back. Yeah, people are just going for the numbers. I'm not really worried about the numbers. I'm more about supporting the small YouTube channels, especially the creators and stuff like that. As I haven't even been watching my channels that have been like large. Got my blankie. My toes were cold. I have a few channels I enjoy watching that are large YouTube channels, and lately, well, since the whole thing in January, I have hardly watched any of them for my own enjoyment, as I've been spending my time watching the small YouTubers so that they will get the support and that they need. Because the more that people watch the small YouTubers, the more they comment or like a video, the more people will see that, oh, this channel has a lot of comments, a lot of interaction, the more people will want to subscribe and join their channel, join their community. So that's what I'm trying to do, is trying to facilitate that. There are a few YouTube groups that I do participate in. Some I've seen more success than others. One is the I Am a Creator YouTube Facebook group. That's a very good one. Oh, Bro Beast Moving Paranormal. Thank you. I'm awesome. I don't know about being... Another one is, if you're a mom, there's a YouTube mom channel support group where they do a lot of like playlists and trying to build community, and like ones that you can do submit a video, like say it's a 15-minute video list. They'll say, okay, it's videos under 15 minutes. You submit a video, you have to watch the one before you and watch it fully, comment, like, and you build. You don't have to necessarily subscribe, but you should have to participate. And they do those type of lists. There's a couple of them of like YouTube Boost. I joined one. I don't think that one's really doing anything for me. But there's like two that I go on, and then there's like, if I participate in the small YouTube Facebook group too, just because I do a lot of canning and I like to I'd like to be self-sustaining, but I live vicariously through the other small homesteaders, because I can't homestead completely where I live, so I do what I can, and I like supporting them. So those are the three groups that I like to participate in, and all three of those are major supporting communities. I'm just going back on chat when I was gone. My audio recording done. Oh, thank you, Finkel Mystic Comics, for coming by. Have a great day. Sorry, I missed your saying bye. Oh, good. Dark and snowing in England. Is it nighttime in England already? One of the vids, it talks about on YouTube making a deal with UMG, and it makes sense because of all auction on Thor plucking against small YouTubers. I don't know who Thor is. I've heard of the Paul, what's his face's thing, but I never followed any of those people. Yeah, I figure like people on my channel that participate tend to like to support one another. There are a few that might not, It's 6 o'clock. Okay, so it's supper time-ish. It's not fair for... No, it's not. It's not fair for small YouTubers. But also the big channels, a lot of them are big because they've had many years or months or whatever doing the small YouTube thing, and they got like one video that like skyrocketed or went viral or whatever. Or their channel that does stupid things like pranks and things like that that people like to watch, and they go viral. But if you look at those big channels, they are rarely, if ever, commenting, responding to comments on their channel. So they're not really building community. They're like, hey, watch me. I'm not like that. I hope you agree. I try and build community with my followers, and the way I kind of try and build my videos, it's kind of like, if I'm cooking, you're at the table with me while I'm cooking, so you're kind of watching me. Or if I'm talking to you, we're having coffee together. Oh yes, I'm like, did I grab my coffee? Oh, I'm having one of those mornings. And that's kind of like we're being YouTube friends, you know, that your community, like a next door neighbor, or you know, somebody I met at like a book club or something like that. You know, it might not be besties, but you know, we'd be sociable and we like to support one another. So, you know, it's kind of like, you know, when you have a kid and they're selling chocolate bars for their school, whatever, you buy a chocolate bar to support your friend's kid. And then when your kid sells chocolate bars, they buy a chocolate bar from you. And that's kind of how I want it to be. If anybody here, like I know that a lot of you guys are small YouTubers and you might be about the same number level as mine, or if you are higher than 1,000 subscribers and stuff like that, and you need watch time, just want to remind you, as I've said it on other live streams, comment on one of my videos, like a legitimate comment, and put the pineapple emoji on it, and it will signify to my other followers that participate in live streams. You'll see them. They will see that you need watch time, and they might take a playlist. And I find even watching a playlist, I've come to like some channels that I wouldn't have looked at otherwise. So just throwing that out there. There we go. Put this down. Mine is mixed because I have to use my spirit box, and my spirit box is on my phone. Okay. Well, that's so, and that's the thing is, so there's like some channels like yours that's paranormal. Hi, storefront, not too bad. So the thing with having a channel doing stuff that is paranormal, then your genre might only be interested in the paranormal stuff. But if your channel is quite eclectic and having paranormal things as well as, let's say, challenges or daily vlogs, because I think you probably have a life outside of paranormal. So if you have a small niche, you have people who really subscribe and follow you from that niche. But if you have a more varied channel, you can have people from all over that would be interested in some paranormal, in some vlogs, in some cooking or whatever. So it's always good to start. Oh, thank you, storefront. Yes, you missed my one this morning, but it was also cut short because I had Raya went to a doctor's appointment. Flew into the show of my love. Sorry. Oh, awesome. Thank you, Dragonfly Lady. Just catching up on the chat here. Yeah, I'm glad that you made it Storefront 1998. I really enjoy you popping into my live streams. I've seen you on many of them. My morning, I had a doctor's appointment, but they hadn't read my results from my appointment yesterday, even though they got sent to them this morning at 8. So I'm still waiting for results there. But other than that, it's going pretty good. I still have a headache from yesterday, but it is what it is. Hi, Baking Diva. How's it going? Make sure everybody's sharing love. We like to support one another in here. So how are you doing, Baking Diva? I've missed you on my morning live streams. I had one this morning, but then it was cut short. So I decided to have one at lunchtime. Lunchtime for me. I don't know what time it is for you guys. How's that going? How's your, I know you had surgery, what, last week? 50 chickens in the hen house, just added one chicken. They did? They had another chicken hatch? So will they change their name to 51 chickens in a hen house? Or will they have to send a chicken to freezer camp so their name can stay the same at 50? Okay, my jokes aren't as funny. Oh, my live stream, was it Monday? No, Wednesday. No, might have been Wednesday. We had a bunch of dad jokes or the groaner type jokes in here, very PG. We had a bunch of jokes. It was quite funny. Are you up and about walking in that, or are you still mostly bedridden there, Baking Diva? Because you had your knee replaced, correct? Well, don't forget to give the thumbs up. Hard recovery, lots of physiotherapy and pain meds. Well, that's good that the doctor says you're doing great. Yeah, the pain meds. And don't, that's the thing with the pain meds is you have to make sure you take them and you don't skip them or try and take not much of them, because you need the pain meds at the beginning for the pain management, and then you can wean yourself off. Like, I had a friend who was all scared about like getting addicted to the pain meds or whatever, and she was like not using them as she should have, and it caused her pain and her treatment to last much longer than was necessary, that she was putting herself in more pain than she needed to. But also don't get addicted to them by just enjoying them a bit too much. And don't overdose your pain meds or take double. See, I'm using my back massager thing. See, now those ones are hot. See, I'll leave it up. Now I'm going to use it on my neck, because my back is killing me. Right now my neck is. Exactly, but the doctor doesn't believe in the strong ones. Fair enough, because the strong ones have, like, as long, like, Advil, like, all I'm taking is Advil Tano, but if my back pain gets much more worse, then I'm sure they'll probably give me something else, but I don't necessarily like taking meds, just because I don't, but I've had friends that they needed the meds and they didn't take them, and it lasted longer and more painful that they ended up having to take something stronger. So, and the really strong ones, you can get addicted to them. I mean, that's why, there's limits on them. But that's why you need to be followed by your doctor closely. So if you do need them, you can get them. Also, alternatives to pain management. like learning to meditate and learning like breathing techniques that can help you through pain. And it's very hard to do the physio without meds. Exactly. Like my daughter broke her elbow, and her doctor at the children's hospital said she has to. She's sprained her growth plate and has soft tissue damage from about here all the way over, and she just fell from like almost standing position on the ice, and just straight down. But she got a crack in her elbow, and she's like she has to go up and then straighten and hold and then twist. This is not so much painful, but it's the twisting or the just going from wrist open that much is painful. But she's supposed to do that at least 3 times a day, because otherwise she will get stiff and she will lose movement and motion and muscle memory. I think that was it. Movement, motion, muscle memory. I think so. So, let's put this back on. There we go. It stopped. I'm like, no, 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 no. So for me, like I went to the doctors today, and they're like, so I gave her a list of like 6 things. Well, why don't you do a live stream? Doing a live stream is actually it's been helping me to connect with my followers when I don't have time to upload a video. Like I have videos done, I just have to edit them and then upload them. So I have a bunch of footage, but not the actual finished product. And the past 2 weeks has been so busy with my daughter breaking her elbow, my husband being sick, now my other daughter's sick. It's really easy. If I'm just using the on my phone, so this is my phone. It has a great camera, and I go to the YouTube app and I press the recording button live, and I do a title, I do a description, and I just press live. So if you ever want to do one, let me know. Like say if I try to do my live streams first thing in the morning, like 8:30, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Not every day. I was trying to do them every day. But then it just got too busy. Like I have other appointments and stuff. So I try to do them at least 3 or 4 times a week. Usually, and I try and either do a live stream or a video like every day or every second day. So if I haven't done, like I did a video, I think Tuesday or Wednesday. Nope, I'm not holding my phone. I have a little, so I was just standing it up against the box, but I have this little dollar store tripod, like it's this big, that's holding my phone. I have it plugged into the charging cord thing because I found doing a live stream for an hour and a half sucks all the life out of my battery. If it was full, like maybe about 2 hours. So if it's plugged in, I don't have to worry. And I just set my phone to no notifications so you don't get the bing bing bings. And if somebody calls, it just goes silent. But then I get a message on my end, but you don't get to see that on your end. So then I can see if it's an important message or not. If you ever want to try it, let me know and I'll pop in with your stream and I'll follow you. You know. It's not too hard. Now, if you have it on your laptop and you have a web camera, there is a spot also on YouTube. You can do live streams, but sometimes the camera that's on your computer, your laptop, is not very good. It's kind of like pixely and fuzzy. I don't know about yours, but sometimes it's like that. I've seen other people's live streams that are on their computer. So, but what's nice is that you don't. What's nice, the best part of it, is that when I'm done with this live stream, it helps with watch time, so it somehow multiplies people's watching a video. So if I had like a half hour, like say I have an hour live stream, okay, at any given time, people are popping in, popping out. So they're in for 5 or 10 minutes, they're popping out. Well, after an hour, I could possibly have maybe 6 hours or 10 hours of watch time. But I didn't have 10 hours of video, right? And then people will watch it in repeat if they wanted to. Some do. But it multiplies somehow your watch time. So if you actually have a whole bunch of people in, like, so for example, some people, like, they'll have a very busy live stream. They'll have like 20 people in. An hour video could be like 20 hours. So it does help with that. But it's nice is that, like, and some people's, so you have to think of what you want to do with your live stream. I like to just chat with people and have them ask me questions or share something about my life and then get this discussion going. But some people's live streams are more of a, this is where my channel's at, this is where we're going, this is what we're doing type thing. And if you have dedicated followers, like, I'm glad that you popped into my live stream, so it's kept me in the loop, that I'm not too worried about you because I haven't seen any videos from you, because I do enjoy your videos and your baking, that you could have a live stream and your followers would know that you're there, and you, even if nobody shows up, you could do just a little video, and then when it's done, it uploads itself. So there's no editing, no nothing, and afterwards you could change the thumbnail, you could add a different thumbnail, add tags and all that stuff. Hi, Lennon Morris. How's it going? UTT. You thick girl? Hi, Dom Chartier. How's it going? We're just chatting here, and I was discussing with Baking Diva how to do a live stream. Oh, thank you. I got a new haircut. It's called a Diva curl cut, which has really helped my curls be curls and not frizzy. So I got that on Wednesday. So it's looking good, and it's low maintenance, which I'm all about, because I'm not big on, yes, Diva, well, it's, yes, well, it's a Diva, it's D-E-V-A. I think the hair, oh, thank you, Dawn. I didn't really do much of it, so, but they, the Diva curl cut, it took like 3 hours on Wednesday for them to cut my hair. They take each individual curl, and they cut it, and then after it's cut, like, it's cut dry, so you could see how your hair will look, because curly hair, my curls, like, some curls are more kinky, as you can see, than others, and more, some are more, like, some on this side are more wavy. That's just my hair, and of course they can't behave, and they'll go where they want to. That they cut each hair individually, and then they wash it afterwards. And the products they use are for curly hair, and depending on how curly your hair is, there was different levels. So if you have really kinky hair, like African American hair or Afro type, that's the decadence level, and then there's original, and then there's something else, and then there was a gel thingy which has calmed things down, and you only use little bits of it. So I ended up buying, like, my friends got it for my birthday present. They paid for my my haircut, and then I bought the products. So, and the products cost, you know, I got the, look at the shampoo, so the shampoo has no, it's called no poo or whatever, because there's no stuff in it, no sulfates. Where is it? Yeah, I have the original shampoo, it's like no poo, because there's no crap stuff in it. Just, and you use just a small amount. And then the conditioner, which was used for decadence, because I got in between curly hair and spiral like African hair because my dad had afro. So I got that. So I got the Decadence conditioner, and you only put a little bit. And then we used a little bit of this Archangel gel. So it's a one that's for curly hair. You put a tiny bit in it when it's wet, but it's not crinkly. It's still soft, and then you brush it out, and it's still soft. I wish I had a few curls. My son's hair is straight, like me and daughter and husband got curls. She for mine, she did put me underneath a little hairdryer thing because my hair's so thick. Like you can see how thick it is. It's lots of hair, right? And she didn't want me to go out in the cold with wet hair. So she put me under a dryer but on a low setting. But she says, like, to use a diffuser and dry it on a cold setting just so you can keep the curl a bit. But usually, so she said, like, all I have to do, and I'm not to use a brush because that rips the curls out, also rips your hair. So just use my fingers and go through, and it goes through, and it's not really, it's hitting a few snags, but not as much as it used to. Like I used to be able to put my hand here, and it would stick, because from here down, it would just like go frizz and knots. Each individual hair would like knot with one another. So, but yeah, the products are Diva. So it's like Diva Curl, DEVA Curl. So you can, if you have curly hair, that stuff is supposed to be really good for it. So I picked up the products, to aid to support her too, but also so I could have stuff that actually make my hair and nurse look nice. Yes, I've had short hair, and my hair was curlier. So when I was a kid, well, I used to have really, really long hair down to my waist, and then when I was 4, my babysitter was not watching me very well, and I wanted short hair, and I cut all my hair above my ears, like myself, and my babysitter didn't notice until my parents got home. She thought I was in bed and was watching TV or something like that. Mind you, this was like, late 70s, early 80s. So, and my dad got really mad, and I had to go to a hairstylist, and my hair ended up being cut above my ear, and the back of my head, like, was shaved because I did such a bad job cutting it. But I've had my hair as a bob at like ear level, but like we've got it cut here and it bounced up here, But usually I've done it. The shortest is really just barely touching my shoulders, but my hair grows really fast. Like these are my bangs. They go down to here. I had bangs 3 years ago, so this is like 3 years plus a trim of my bangs. Like, so if I got my bangs cut here, they always go short and they curl like up here. So I used to always just get my bangs here, so they'd go to maybe eye level. But then if my hair got wet, they'd get in my eyes and they were annoying. And then I always used to have, like, when I was a teenager, get zits up here because of my bangs. So I just grew them out. But my hair grows fast until a certain level, but midway down my back, like, where your strap is, my hair will go there. To go much further than that, it takes longer. But my hair, I'm going to do a video of my hair before and my hair after, and like a picture of me now, of like the front of me, because we did it from the back, and you could see how much they cut off, but it was all like unhealthy hair. So, but if I had really short hair, if I had like almost like a boy cut or like a bob or those really cute short like pixie cuts, my hair would be so curly and unmanageable. And that's why I found with at least with the longer hair, it's heavier, so it brings my curls down. And if I used a hairdryer before and brushed it out, my hair would go out to here, and would be frizzy. I'd look like the guy from Fat Albert cartoon from the 70s, 80s with the triangle hair. So, no, it doesn't do that. It's not frizzy. And I'm liking it. How about you? Have you ever had short hair baking diva? Well, it's not that short. My mom used to get her hair like almost a boy's cut, and she had waves. Her dad had curls, like kiss curls. So I got curly from both sides of the family. Well, yes, short compared to mine. So yeah, I guess it would be it's a nice shorter. Well, it's about maybe is it touching your shoulders? Because usually I've seen it pulled back, so it's long enough to pull back. Yeah, but lots of things are shorter compared to mine. Like if you saw my hair, yeah, bob length. That's not too bad. You didn't have any shaved at the back though, correct? Just cut. My friend, she got her hair cut bob length, but then she lifted it up and by her ears down, she went and shaved the back so that it was cooler in the summertime. And she really enjoyed that. And that way she could pull it back into a ponytail and go like, that, and then it'd be cool down there. No, just cut short. And short is easier to manage. So, like, I mean, I just said to her, I wanted it, shorter length and a little bit longer. Anything, I just need to be able to pull it back. Because right now it's winter time, so I keep my hair down a lot because then that way I don't have to wear a hat. And it's cold, so my hair insulates my ears. But in the summertime, I need to pull it off my shoulder. Otherwise, I'm like just sweating, and I look like I just came out of the pool. So I need to have it short, like long enough that I can pull it in a ponytail. This is a quiet group today. Yes, there seems to be 5 people on here, but maybe they're all just listening in the background. It's just you and me chatting. I'm fine with that. This morning there was like 8 or 9, but I had to cut it off short because the doorbell rang. Apparently people are working. How dare they have a job that they're working at? Hi, Phoebe's World. Hey, how's it going? Long time no see. I've missed you on my morning live streams. I guess you've been busy or sleeping. Been a bit poorly. Oh, that sucks. Did you get the flu or that? That's what was going around my house. The flu and headaches. But I'm back on track getting ready for my next trip to the UK. Yes, you're going. You better pack a winter coat. Apparently, they got like a whole bunch of snow. We are not. We are having a northeastern north. What's that? We are having an NOR Easter NW sad face. Oh, the key will cause some damage, but it's manageable. Okay, well, hopefully not too much. Hopefully you're doing pretty good with treatments and stuff. because those treatments can be a bugger. I currently have a friend right now going through it for non-something Hodgkin's lymphoma, non-something. I can't remember the other word. And wind is unbelievable. Okay. Northern, eastern, northwest wind. Okay. And he's been having major um, energy level problems and stuff. And he's lost some hair and that. But he was losing a little bit of hair before that too. So it's now. But he's been doing pretty good. My mom, when she had cancer, she used to, depending on the treatment, sometimes she would get sores in her mouth. So she wouldn't eat much. So she ended up making lots of smoothies to help with that. My home back in Wales was battered by gales last night. So sad, nearly 100 boats sank in the harbour. Wow. Hopefully nobody was on them. And hopefully with a sunken boat that they can get them out. Yeah, I went to, last week I had a mammogram, my first one, because my mom got cancer at 42 and then was diagnosed and was only given like 6 months to live with that one, but this was 22 years ago. No, she was diagnosed, I guess, 27 years ago. And then she lived with it for 5 years with the, at the time, experimental treatment. So, and then when she did eventually pass, it wasn't because of the cancer, because all the tumors that she had shrunken to like thumbprint size versus softball size. So it was the treatment that kind of killed her kidney, like her kidney didn't come back and all that stuff. My mom had breast and then bone cancer. But my dad has had prostate cancer as well as skin cancer. Like, there's lots of cancer in my family, so that's why I had a mammogram. But then, like 2 days later after I had it, they called me saying that they wanted another one because there was issues with the mammogram. So I got that yesterday, and then they did an extra magnification of it, and then a breast ultrasound thing. And they sent the results this morning at 8 to my doctor's, and I had an appointment at 10, but at 10 my doctor hadn't seen those results. So I had my doctor's appointment, which kind of wasn't even looking at the results, so I now have to wait. I'm glad that you're cancer-free now, Phoebe. That's awesome. Just coping with the after effects. Oh, you had ovarian. Yeah, that sucks too. As if they were able to get, did they do a whole like hysterectomy or like other treatment? If they're able to get it all out, you're usually pretty good. Cross your fingers. A friend of mine had this, I don't know, it was an ovarian type of cancer, but it was one where it looked like her doctor thought she was pregnant or whatever, and gave a pregnancy test, and it was like something like 20,000 times the whatever hormone that you're pregnant with was it, and she had to go like rapid surgery and get like complete hysterectomy at like 24. Yes, full, and the tumor was bigger than a baseball that they had got. Well, that's good. It's when they get it all that you're usually good. But yeah, the after effects, it does some stuff. Like my mom had sores and stuff from the radiation, and ended up having like kind of like chronic fatigue, or that, or at the time there was no such thing as chronic fatigue because this was 20 some odd years ago, with that type of like symptoms. But yeah, with today's technology in medical science and stuff, it is awesome that they can cure and treat so many things. And sometimes if they catch it really early on, the treatment is not as severe as it used to be. The chemo damaged my liver, but it's manageable. Yeah, would you be a candidate for a liver transplant? My father-in-law just had one. He was, his liver wasn't damaged um, of alcohol or anything like that. His was damaged because of some meds that he had to take. So he had uh, a blood disorder that you have to donate blood because it was always like thick. But so he was universal donor. So he would always have to donate blood, and that was good until, you know, let's say a few years ago, that he ended up having problems with his liver because some meds that he was on for other conditions caused liver damage. That was like would have been the same as like drinking. And he's like, well, I drink like a beer now and then, like not anything significant. So that he ended up getting a liver transplant like 6 months before he turned 65. Because here in Canada, you at 65, you're not a candidate for liver transplants anymore because they figure, I guess, you're retired and they want it to last on, because we don't have a lot of donors. But he's had it now for 5 years and he's doing really well. But now he's retired. Like, he wasn't retired before he got sick, but then he retired and then had the liver transplant because he's like, yeah, I'm not going to go back to work and stress over whatever the amount of money to get like the full retirement package. So he's getting like 85% of his retirement package because he didn't have the total years, but it works out fine for him. Because he's much better at managing money than, well, for me, or even my parents. My parents were bad at managing money. They were always in debt and without any equity to their name. So there's so much more things that technology and medical advancements can do for, damaged livers and stuff. And there's like some meds that can help it to come back, or you only need to have it functioning at least half, I think, for it to do all it needs to do. Oh, I got hiccups now. Yeah, my mum, when she was diagnosed many moons ago with cancer, she had a size of tumor in her breast the size of a softball, not the baseball, the softball, which was basically the whole thing. And then she had one the size of a golf ball on her neck spine, like when they found out that it wasn't just breast cancer, it was bone cancer. But with the treatment, it cut those down to um, to nothing, to like a fingerprint amount. Hey Amanda, how's it going? We were just chatting and that. Are you on your lunch break, Amanda? Did you come and say hi during your lunch break? So what are your plans for the weekend? And what are you planning on doing, Phoebe, when you're back in the UK? You're just visiting family, or are you planning on going anywhere specific? daughter's having. Oh yes, thanks for reminding me. Like, yes, there was a reason why. Yes, having a baby. That's a good event. She hasn't had the baby yet, though, right? Like, is she due next week, or and are you planning to come back after a certain time, or are you like going there and then come back once you think? So on the 14th, that's when she's due. I'm away for 4 weeks. Okay, so you plan that you're 4 weeks. So, but what happens? Like, do you have the option of staying longer if you can? Like, say if she needs the extra help. Like, because sometimes babies are born and they might need some, like they might be preemie or have medical stuff. She's getting induced. But she could have it earlier. I had a friend who was getting a C-section, a scheduled C-section, and then on the Monday and on the Wednesday, she went into labor, which they had to do an emergency C-section, because the reason why she was having a C-section was because she had previous C-sections before, and that the baby was complete backwards breech or whatever, like not just feet first, but butt first or something, like it was folded up or whatever, and her hips were not wide enough. The storm is real bad here. I hope we don't lose power. Yeah. Whereabouts are you, Baking Diva? Because the storms usually hit down in the States. Like we're above New York, so it goes down and then it comes up. And once it hits like New York, it kind of dissipates a bit and we get them up here. I know she was initially getting induced last Tuesday because they thought the baby wasn't getting nutrients, so I would have missed it. But she had a growth spurt. Oh, that's good. New Jersey. Wow, so that means we're probably going to be getting that storm up here soon. Because where I live, I'm about hours away from Ogdensburg, New York. But it looks like there's not a cloud. It's not cloudy. It's kind of grayish, light gray. It's not really cloudy out right now. Well, that's good. And is this your only daughter, Phoebe? Yes, and she's having a girl. Cool. Very cool. Yeah. I never found out with either of my babies what I was having. Hi, Finkel Mystic Comics Production. How's it going? Welcome back. Were you here earlier at lunchtime, or were you here just this morning? I'm like, because I'm like, my brain is mush, so I have no recollection. I'm awful with, and I'm also awful with memory stuff, so it's not my forte. Okay, so yeah, you were here at my lunch hour one. You're still, the one still. Time for a nap. I'm getting drowsy. See you later. Okay, Baking Diva. Everybody, make sure you're supporting one another, sharing the love. Very cool. My younger son has my grandson Harry. That's good. And Ellison having a boy in July, so all my babies will have babies. That is cool. Sleep well, Diva. Have a good nap. Take care of your knee surgery. And hopefully, if you do a live stream, let me know and I'll pop in and say hi. I'm having difficulty here to try and get there. So are you on your lunch break, Finkel? laptop is going wonky, so I have to restart it. It was misbehaving. Make sure it's plugged in. So, oh, yes. I'm gonna try one of the Asian candies. Cream taste. Whatever that means. I just want something sweet. So how's everybody doing? Waiting for a video to render break. Okay. What's your video on? Well, I best get back to my cleaning. We'll keep you running for the minutes. Thanks, Phoebe. Talk to you later. Thanks for popping by. I missed you. Haven't seen you on my live streams for like a week or so. I'm glad you're doing well. I'm excited for you going back to the UK to see your daughter and your grandbaby. You'll have to take lots of pictures. Finkel, what's your video on? I haven't been on at all, but thought I would come see. Aw, thanks. I feel so loved. Mwah. Hugs, hugs, and kisses to you, Phoebe. You're awesome. Cereal review for Rice Chex. Oh, okay. And what did you think of them? I don't think I've had Rice Chex. I've had Chex, but not the rice ones. Hey, get to the farm. How's it going? Long time no see. You missed me this morning. But then again, this morning's one was quite short because I had to go to the doctor's. My ride was here. Doorbell rang. I'm like, gotta go, bye. Not for this channel, but for another YouTube team I work with. Rice Chex wasn't as good as Corn Chex. Okay. Well, Corn Chex are pretty good. I've never had the Rice Chex. So you did a video for another channel, like a collab? Or was it for your... so it's not going to go on this channel, your video. It's going to go somewhere else? My computer's loading back up, and it's talking to me. What channel do you work with? The channel that won't be promoted for a while. Kind of a future project. Okay. So is this going to be a second of your channels? Like, you know, you can have multiple channels type thing? And are you doing a bunch of videos beforehand before you start your channel? I'm just curious because I don't understand why, if you're doing the effort, not to promote when you get done. I mean, I sometimes put my videos ahead of schedule, like sometimes. So I did really well in November. Was planning my videos and publishing them ahead of schedule. So there was very few days I didn't have a video. More like a 7th, yeah. Making a good list of videos before we spread the word. Okay. And so here's a question for you, since you have multiple channels. Why would you do multiple channels when you could put all of what you create on one channel, other than having um, different themes, it'd be hard to manage and create community with all your followers in all the different channels. Like, I have just one channel, but if I had multiple channels, it'd be hard to do. This one and one of my brothers were the only ones monetized. Okay, yeah. YouTube prefers that all of the content on a channel be alike. It's easier to offer suggested videos. True, but I'm not doing this for YouTube. I'm doing this for me. Now, if I did, if at some point I did a channel for something that would have a small niche, I could understand that. But like something like a Chex review, I think would be a broad video that a lot of people would like. I have a channel that I play games on, but I didn't want to worry about making money on that. I also have a channel for Doctor Who fan art. No money there either. Well, then it don't matter. Well, you could monetize those ones if you wanted to. Legacy CPL. Do you want to allow us activate changes? I don't know if I do. I'm just going to close that. My computer asked me a question and I didn't know what the answer was, so I just closed it. I'll wait till Hubby gets home because he's my tech support. And I have no clue. And the last thing I want to do is edit my my settings, and I'll just use my back thingy on my neck and mess it up, and then have my laptop taken away and updated, and you know, had to be fixed. I've had that before where I've accidentally installed stuff that I shouldn't have installed, and he had to take it and fix it. Just gonna bring you a bit closer. And that way I don't see myself as a little person. There, I'm a bit closer. And I don't have to sit up so close. I can put my back massaging thing on my neck because my neck's sore. But yeah, I guess if you have different channels for different things, you could. But I know some people who have like multiple channels, like one for cooking, one for paranormal, one for stuff. Illegal stuff could get in the way. My channel here has a lot of variety already. I like having a different place and name for other stuff. Okay. It can put off followers sometimes. Say you make tons of knitting lessons, then you start posting gaming vids in between times and then get frustrated. So best, yeah, I guess. But see, my channel's about me, and I am eclectic. I have a little bit of this, a little bit of that, kind of like Mambo number 5. A little bit of da 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 da, little do do do. I guess as your channel gets bigger, you could. I mean, that's why I said like some of these these big, huge channels have a whole bunch of channels. My gaming channel, while I can, is going to be over 700 Sega games. Cool. That is different. Like my homesteading covers animals, gardening, and cooking. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I follow a couple of mom channels, but I'm like the mom channels. There's more to being a mom than just your baby stuff, you know. There's a lot of stuff, like just dealing with anxiety, dealing with medical issues, dealing with everything. I try and be an all-encompassing person, and if you don't like some things I produce, well, just skip ahead. I'm sure there's another video you'll like. Cooking videos can be slow viewers, so I'm trying to work on other stuff. Exactly. So my cooking videos, though, get a lot of views, but I do a bit of everything. I do a bit of cooking videos. I do a bit of grocery hauls. I do a bit of how I save money. I do a bit of menu planning. I do a bit of like product reviews, and not stuff that I'm getting sponsored by, just stuff I buy or I get given for Christmas or birthdays, which I'll be having a few more. Some unboxing stuff and reviews. I'm gonna do an Instant Pot review. I didn't do an unboxing because I really opened it and I really wanted to play with it, and I've been playing with it for a couple months and I absolutely love it. It's my most used appliance. Sorry, behind my coffee maker, it's my most used appliance. And that says enough. Yep, share the love. Awesome to see you live stream. I put a like on your live stream. Oh, awesome. Thank you, James Cox. How's it going? Yep. Feel free, share the love. We've chatted about lots of things today. Today, so far, was lunch. What were people having for lunch? We talked about mammograms and about cancer treatments. And we talked about people's channels and videos and having multiple channels for things. We talked about the weather in the UK and the storms that's coming through New Jersey. And we talked about a lot of things. So how are things going with you, James? I'm going to add this also to the I Am Creator Support playlist where others yes, I'm on the I Am Creators Facebook group. Variety of Spice of Life. I like your logo there. Are you putting the live stream on there? Because that would be a long video for somebody to watch. I appreciate it. But I watch a few people's live streams to help with their watch time too, especially when they're close and stuff. Awesome. Where others in the I Am Creator community can find you and your get watch time for you. Yes, I'm on Twitter. I'm also Jen in Canada. Let me find me on Twitter. I don't do a lot of Twitter. I'm still learning. I forward my videos when I produce them. I'm Jen in Canada, all one word. I'll share it with you. I share my videos on there and I retweet some people's stuff. I'm unsure if Baking Diva is here. I know she just had knee surgery. So I think last week, so she was getting a bit tired. Hope you're doing well. Knees suck. Like above and below the knee. Still recovering. Yeah, how are you doing with that? My daughter broke her elbow and sprained her wrist and has like soft tissue damage from her wrist to her arm back here. So she was in a lot of pain. As you kind of, if you went to the beginning of this live stream, you would see that she came home early, and I had to help her with her boots, taking them off. And I made her, and then she called through Google and asked for something to eat. You do great work there, James. Awesome. I definitely like the I Am Creators group. I'm doing awesome. I will be live streaming tonight at 3 p.m. in East. Oh, awesome. So in an hour, you'll be live streaming. So when you finish here, I'm sure join us. Will get a lot of support because I pull awesome. Well, I will definitely check you out at 3. Because soon I will be probably getting off here because I'm going to try and take meds and rest my head. Still got a headache. My neck and my back are still killing me. That's why I'm here. And I said, well, I may as well live stream because I don't feel up to editing videos. And I've been playing people's playlists on in the background. Oh, get to the farm. Are you on the I Am Creators Facebook group? I'll get the link. It's a great group for supporting one another. And they do have a playlist and of all you basically sign answer like 3 questions, like what's your channel and what's your channel name and what type of things you do on your channel. But you could also say I sent you there if you'd like. It's really good group of small YouTubers. So you can go there and sign up. Might take a few days to sign up. Hi, Cook Craft Vlogs. How's it going? Oh, it didn't like me sending a link to Facebook? Oh, that's weird. So if you go on Facebook, look for this. I Am Creators Small YouTubers Unite. Thank you, and I really appreciate it, but it is the creators like all of that. Makes it really magic and appreciate. Yes, well, I as I was just saying earlier in this live stream, that I'm subscribed to some larger channels, not the big ones like that do pranks and stuff, but some larger channels of things I'm interested in, like cooking and menu planning and budgeting and doing things on the cheap and the past 2 months I haven't been watching them as much because I've been spending all of my free time watching small YouTubers and creators like yourself, to getting them up into their hours watch time and that I've been finding a whole bunch of new channels that I've been really enjoying I've been really enjoying their work. Yes, share the love. I'm now following you on Twitter. Sent you a tweet for you to follow back. There is a lot of happening on Twitter, and it's very important that we tweet each other tweets. Okay. Yeah, I'm. Please bear with me. I'm not very good at Twitter so much. I'm gonna log in. Oh, that's neat. I did not know that my live feeds tweets. Go look at that. On Twitter, my live streams tweets. I didn't do that. Like I didn't do it consciously, like YouTube did it. It didn't do my afternoon one, but That is very cool. Let's see. Who to follow? Did you send me a message or something? Notification. Okay, I should probably go in there. Sorry, please bear with me. Technology is not always my friend. I'm going to like and wait, how do I? There. I think I retweeted you. Did I retweet it? Okay, I have to go there. Sorry. Oh, there, follow. There, I'm following you. Very cool. No, wait. So there, I'm following you. If you go to Time Career Support playlist and I created, you can find it by putting Time Career Support in the search on YouTube. In the search YouTube and the video, it pulls, you see a link to the playlist. You guys are soaking in New Jersey. Yeah, Baking Divas in New Jersey, and she said there was a big storm coming in. Cool. Share the love. Okay, I will go and check that out. So I'll go to your channel. It's on your channel there, James. Okay, there we go. I will find that playlist. I'll put that playlist here. We can share the support and support one another. I will put that in here. Did that. There, it went. So that's the playlist that James was talking about. Yeah, we'll share the love here. I like share the love, so it doesn't sound so much. Let me chit chat. Let me try and build community and chat. Like, I mean, I try and, people know a bit about my life and I know a bit about their lives, and we share our lives together. It's more like you're having coffee with me, so I'm hoping that on videos like that I produce, that it's like you're sitting down at the table with me and chatting. Woohoo, there's 10 people in here. Yay! Oh, my back. Click that, and if you play the list and comment on their videos, telling creators that you watch their videos, liked their videos, and what you think of them, think about them, you will see the magic happen. Yes, I've been going through the different playlists of people and enjoying watching them. Well, you have 1,000 videos in that. Oh, awesome! Thank you. Hey, Amanda. If my oldest was here, she'd be like, "Why is Amanda back and not doing her work? Or are you working in the corner again and sneaking a peek in here? Am I is my live stream your little indulgence, like the little tiny chocolates you can sometimes have going to share the love on some other channels. Thank you very much, James Cox, and I will hope to be on your live stream later too. You're on at 3, as well as 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So how are you doing? This is my break from the real world. Well, thank you very much, James, for your support. Live stream hangouts are a good replacement to chat rooms. Yes, yes, I remember those. Actually, I remember BBSs. That's how old school I am. Actually, that's how I met my husband. He was the sysop of his BBS. I used to have to dial. I got my first computer when I started college. Before that, there was no. I only used computers at school. Got my first computer with my OSAP loan money, and first I got a Monitor magazine here, which was a magazine that had all the BBSs they could sign up for. Yep, I had AOL. We used to get um, the free net, so free internet at the time for dial-up. Had a a 14.4 baud modem. My one before that was a 9600 baud modem. Haven't done it before. Okay. But I met my husband on his bulletin board. At the time, I was engaged to somebody else, and um, I went, and he used to run the bulletin board called TLOTC, the Land of the Cult, and it was like a medieval style board, and it had all these text choose your own adventure games with some little bits of graphics, and also had like these medieval type things. And he was a sysop, and I was having trouble on his board. There was two that I signed. I first went to one. It was called Proton Palace, but they wanted to charge a monthly fee to access anything on the board other than chat. And I'm like, well, no. On my husband's board, Jeff's board, there was a free board, and then there was a VIP board where you had access to more games, and you basically had access to some R-rated stuff. So there was like text, choose your own adventure, text to speech, text to game adventures, like Grand Theft Auto, but it was by text, and it was actually quite fun at the time. So, but it was like there were swear words and all that stuff in there, so that's why I say R. But he asked me if he can contact, like I had to sign up and contact info. He asked if he can contact me to help me download a different program for my modem because it was acting up. I said sure, and then we became friends. And then when my relationship with my ex broke up, he asked me out. We met in real life once with my ex at the time, which was my boyfriend at the time, went to his place with his roommates, and we all met in real life and had dinner and played. I think, did we play D&D or played some sort of board game? I wasn't very good at D&D. I still am not. And he said, like after the fact, like after my ex and I broke up, he asked me out. But he's like, yeah, I knew I liked you from like first time I met you, but you were already dating somebody else, so I just sat and waited and became like a friend. And we were friends, and the rest is history. So we've been together since 90. Let's see, I graduated college in 97. My mom died in 96. So 95, 96, we've been together. I think 96. Because we died, my mom died after my my husband and we started dating. But I'm trying to think. I think 95. No, 94. 94. We met. 94, 95. We met. So, yep, it's been many years. So yeah, that's called old school for sure. We still have computers downstairs that have 5 1/4 floppies in them, as well as zip drives. Such lucky geeks. Yes, the geeks will take over the world. That's why I keep on telling my kids, like, hey, go into technology or whatever, computers and stuff, because they're the ones that are going to be taking over the world. All the geeky people, be friends with them, because they could be your bosses. Don't bully the geeks and the nerds. My kids play tons of D&D and board games. Oh, yes, I even have a Sinclair. Yeah, my husband's first computer, I think, was a Tandy computer. I know in school we had a Commodore 64 and a Commodore 128 when I was in like grade 4, 5 in school. And then where I babysat, there was a um, Tandy computer and a Victor 200 or something, which was a tape player thing to play the tapes to go on the monitor. So, but we have a whole bunch of, I call it the computer graveyard downstairs. We have a whole bunch of stuff, and we have to go through it and get rid of some of it. Because like for example, my resume is on some computer down there, some hard drive somewhere, since I haven't needed to update it. Well, I haven't been working since my oldest was born, and she's 15. So, it has been updated for maybe 18 years. Even though I've done a lot of things in that time. Okay, I think I'm following Jen and James on Twits. Still figuring out. Where are you, CZ Farms? Let me see my notifications. That somebody's following me. What's your name on Twitter? CZ, what's your name on Twitter? Or anybody else? I am this. No, that's not me. That's something else. I am. Where am I? This is me. No. I'm Jen in Canada. I'm Jen in Canada everywhere. Get to the farm. Okay. Okay, I will look for you to try. And that's me. I'm going to go look for get to the farm now. To the farm. Susan Walker. Hey, Sherry K. How's it going? Yeah, I'm gonna follow you. It said you joined today. I'm great. Not too bad. I had a doctor's appointment. I have a headache. My back's sore. But other than that, it is what it is. Life is, yeah, could be worse. Could be better. It's not the worst day, but not the best day. Not yet. The weather's actually pretty good here. It's not raining or snowing, and it's not cold. So, which is very rare. Erg. Hey Google, what's the weather for Ottawa?
Currently in Ottawa, it's 1 degree and cloudy. Today, it'll be cloudy, with a forecasted high of 1 and a low of -2.
Hey Google, what's the weather this week?
Today and tomorrow in Ottawa, it'll be cloudy, with highs around 2 and lows around -3.
That's not so much helpful. So apparently not going to be rain or snow tomorrow. So, no, that's not cold. That's actually warm. It's all about perspective. We're used to this time of the year at least -10 to -20 degrees Celsius. So it being 0 or -1, +1, that's like spring weather. That's like, yesterday it was, actually went up to I think 10. And, no, Wednesday when I got my hair cut, I took my jacket off and then I walked around with just my, actually I think I was wearing a shirt like this, maybe this shirt. No, a different shirt. I was wearing a zebra stripe, I think. But it was like this. And, it was went up to +10 and then down to -2. I was wearing this and I was perfectly fine. Yeah. Hi, June's family. How's it going? Yeah, this live stream has been very eclectic today. We've talked about my doctor's appointment. We've talked about people's cancers. We've talked about mammograms. We've talked about food. We've talked about I am creator. We talked about Twitter. We've talked about more food. We've talked about, having different channels and the different reasons why people have multiple channels. I'm an adult with ADD, and I think all my people who come in here like that because they're like that too, because my channel never stays on one topic for more than like 5 minutes. Awesome. Is really easy and really yummy, and if you give it away as gifts, people are like, oh my goodness, it's so yummy. And it was so easy. Like literally it's like 5 minutes. As long as you have the ingredients, you're good. You can also change it up by putting, but you can also put peanut butter in it. So you can do peanut butter chocolate, like a Reese's peanut butter, or other flavorings. Like if you have flavorings like almond or butterscotch, or use like butterscotch chips. It's super yummy. Which one, the eggnog fudge or the 5-minute fudge with the condensed milk? Nope, we haven't had a snowstorm. We haven't had snow in like 2 weeks. We haven't even had rain. We had rain last weekend I think. But I still have like 2 inches of ice outside. The eggnog one. Oh yes. So what are you doing it with eggnog? Or what are you doing it with? Because my fudge, my other one that's a 5-minute fudge, it uses chocolate chips and sweetened condensed milk and butter. I think that's it. I'm trying to remember. Oh, the eggnog one is really good. But I don't know about what you could do besides eggnog. Unless you make your own eggnog. But it was like melt in your mouth. Like you break a part of it. Like it tasted like the maple fudge that you can get. Well, I don't know if you guys can get there. We get at maple shacks and stuff. Like you put it in your mouth and it just sort of starts to dissolve. You got the storm broke some large branches. Oh, wow. Hello, alien. How's it going? Where's my... Do, 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 do. Oh yeah, my 3-minute fudge. I will show that to you. That one is super easy. And where am I? There. That's my 3-minute fudge. That one's like super duper duper easy. Yeah, don't forget to share the love and support one another. Hi there, Patsy Houlihan. How's it going? Before the storm and one today showing the carnage. Wow. It's that bad? Hee. Cycle. Wow, I'm just looking at your thing. I see grass in the first one and then like inches of snow on the second one. Yeah, we don't have that here yet. Yeah. I will when I'm done here. I'll check out. That's before and that's after. When I'm done here, I will check you out. So how is everybody doing? What's your plans for this weekend? If you have any different plans. Yeah, it's really simple. My 3-minute fudge is like sweetened condensed milk, chocolate chips, and butter. I think that's it. Oh, vanilla if you want to, or any other flavoring. I'm trying some Asian candies. No idea, because I can't read Chinese or Japanese or whatever. So the milk candy. I'm like, okay. It's like one of those little... It's like a salt toffee. If you love fudge, you should also try it with maple flavoring or maple syrup that you can cook down to like candy temperature. Mmm. Yum, 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 yum. For that one, you'd probably have to use the traditional fudge recipes where you have to cook it for a certain amount of time at a certain temperature. I tend to not like doing those as much just because I tend not to be at the stove. I don't like staying at the stove. And I used to have a candy thermometer, but I lost it or broke. So, and those ones tend to, I can sometimes burn them, which doesn't work. While the ones that I can heat up in the microwave, you can do it on a pot too, but you have less chance of burning it in the microwave. It's still possible, but I can leave it and kind of do something else, and when it dings, I'm like, oh, it's done. But yeah, maple fudge is yummy. But you could do what I showed you there in the 3-minute fudge and use maple flavoring instead of vanilla. It could be a chocolate maple, or if you use butterscotch chips, or even white chocolate chips, maple flavoring. It'll taste good. I mean, what's not to like? Unless you don't like maple. Then don't make maple. It's kind of like putting peppermint with the chocolate. You add peppermint flavoring. So if you like chocolate mint, or orange flavoring if you like chocolate orange, or raspberry flavoring if you like chocolate raspberry. I'm eating pancakes for the second time today. Did you get a whole bunch of pancakes for breakfast and have them for lunch? Because it looked like it was on the drier side. I don't like the soft fudge. I like it when it's flaky. The 3-minute, yeah, the other one's on the drier side. The eggnog fudge. The 3-minute fudge is more, it's fudgy, it's a bit flaky. If you add more chocolate chips, it would be more flaky. But yeah, it's like whatever, like I'm just trying to think with the eggnog fudge. Because you have to use, I think, a cup of eggnog. What would you use a cup of instead? Maybe just milk? I guess you could make it with just milk and cocoa. Like make your own chocolate. Because it would work that way too. Because that one, I think, I'm trying to remember, it's been a while since I made it. That one, I think, uses a lot of icing sugar, and that's what makes it flaking. And make sure when you do it, it's one that's really good if you push it into a mold, like a silicone mold, to have like little individual bites. Like if you had heart shapes or stars or whatever, it'd be easy to pop out versus cutting it, because it tends to break not evenly. So when I was giving it out for gifts, because I did those as gifts, if you see all those baking things, plus ones I still haven't edited, I gave them as gifts for friends. So, but yeah, feel free to watch it and comment if you make it. Let me know how it turns out. Oh, yeah, and silicone molds are easy, like you pop them out. Just make sure, like I tried them once in Christmas tree ones, but see the branches go out like this. The edges kept on getting stuck in. So something like a heart, where it's just one point, is fine. Um, Other ones like flowers that are bumpy, they're easy as well. And bunnies was easy. Sometimes the ears broke off, but the ones that broke were ones that you had to taste test anyways, right? You have to taste test some of them too. Like you have to make sure you're not poisoning anybody or not. But when they all break, then it kind of sucks. Well, sucks for other people, because then you can't give them away. Fine for yourself, but that's a whole other story. So, but I think I'm going to be letting you guys go. I've been on for 2.5 hours, and my head's still hurting. So, of course, there's always has to be exactly. You have to taste what you make. And my head's still hurting, so I think I'm going to take some more Tylenol and go lie down. Hi, Raphael, Scraper. Check out what's going on there. Oh, you missed 2.5 hours of lots of stuff, from doctor's appointments to cancer treatment to knee replacements to other doctor's appointments and having different channels and creator content and everything. I know that's fine, Raphael. I'm hoping to come on tomorrow morning, early, about 8:30, and have a live stream. As I try to do that Saturday mornings, because my family typically isn't up. So not just on me, the people on my channel. We've been chit chatting. Well, you can feel free to check it on the replay. Supposedly the YouTube live stream starting today should keep the comments going, and I try to read the comments as they go. Sometimes I might miss some, or I might acknowledge, "Hey, Garrick Legend." I was just signing off because I've been on for 2.5 hours. It's been fun chatting with everybody, and you're finally here. Yes, I know you're finally here, but I have to get going. I have to go take some Advil or Tylenol for my head. I took some before lunch, but it still hasn't kicked in, so now I need to take some more. I think well, I'm sure there's a barometric pressure thing coming through. Yeah, and James will be live soon, so check out James. I'll put the James Cox. He was in here before. He is supporting small YouTubers and having a set playlist to help and that. So, just trying to find him. Okay, I'm going to go there. Just a second. He will be live at 3, so if you want to go check him out, he does a lot of support. I might try and pop in there while I'm lying down, but I need to lie down. My head is kind of not happy with me, but please go check him out. He was saying that his live streams, I haven't made one of his live streams yet, but they're all about support and helping one another and sharing love and all that stuff. And he followed me on Twitter, and I followed him back, and he was sharing my live stream and stuff. So yeah, each stream is fun. I do that from time to time. Yeah, please share the love. Make sure that everybody's supporting one another. I'm just going to double check that I've got everybody here. I know I've got Garrick. Him and I keep on trading spots on watching each other's videos. Yep, I've got you, Raphael. Share the love up and down, and make sure you're supporting one another. Yes. Well, you keep on you keep on commenting on mine, and I keep on commenting in yours. I'm go through my list alphabetically and try and support all the ones that I'm subscribed to. At least one video or more a week. So, and I'll watch it and comment and like and stuff like that. Sometimes I don't comment and like, but at least watch. It depends on how busy I'm doing it, or if I'm doing it in the background. Because I'm an adult with ADD and I keep on getting distracted by other things. I can't just do one thing at once. But thanks very much for popping by and sharing the love. Hopefully, if you can make it tomorrow at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, I hope to be on for at least an hour, and we could chit-chat and discuss what our plans are for the weekend. Have coffee, talk about food, because it always revolves around food, doesn't it? Bye.